Effective Decision Making by Edoardo Binda Zane. How can we ensure that we make the best possible decisions in record time? Perhaps brainstorming is the oldest and most used decision making technique. Never brainstorm as a team. This yields poor results. It's better you tell all team members to brainstorm individually and then present all their best ideas for discussion. What many people don't realize that for creative ideas to flow, you need to shut down the censoring function of your brain by getting into the creative flow and letting all the good, bad, and ugly ideas flow without restriction. For fear of criticism, team members will keep good ideas to themselves, and the team members are seldom free enough to express their ugly and unintelligent ideas. Consequently, for brainstorming to work efficiently and effectively, the team members should be friends who aren't afraid to sound stupid before one another. There should be at least 4 to 5 hours for the entire brainstorming session. The environment should feel safe and familiar to everyone on board. And lastly, ask the right questions. If you are able to meet them, then awesome. Go ahead and brainstorm. But if that doesn't happen, use the other techniques. Frames of reference for decision making. Frames of reference refer to the processes the brain undergoes when making decisions. We will familiarize with them one by one. First one would be OODA loop. Stands for Observe, Orient, Decide and Act. Designed by Colonel John Boyd to be used as a military decision-making strategy for air combats, it can be used and applied to any business decision. Observation stage requires you to become aware of your environment, physical, mental, or business environment. Observe the various elements of the environment to see if they are in place. Basically, what you're doing is taking in the facts around you. Remember, this was first developed for combat pilots. When pilots come to this stage, they will try to understand their environment so that they can better strike the opponents. After observation, you come to Orient. The big question here is, in view of the observed information, what will I do? Or what will you do? Your success in Orient phase is determined largely by your experiences, wealth of knowledge, and how true or effective that knowledge is. That's why people in decision-making positions are advised to never stop learning. In the decision phase, you compare all available options and make mental pictures of their possible outcomes. Then you can act on your decisions. Another frame of reference, Recognition Prime Decision Model, RPD, developed by Gary Klein in 1989. It's a really common strategy that you may have been applying subconsciously without even knowing. The Recognition Prime Decision Model involves thinking about a problem and drafting out one single solution based on your skills and past experience. RPD model is only useful when you have encountered the same problem or a similar one in the past. Another frame of reference would be GROW. GROW stands for Goals, Reality, Options or Obstacles, and Will. Goals are most important in this model. What goals are you pursuing? You need to set clear end goals. Having set your goals, ask what is your current reality? If the goals were set before the present decision-making time, how far have you gone achieving them? Analyze your current situation, then move to options or obstacles. Here you take cognizance of your possible options and their various obstacles. Choose the most promising option whose obstacles you can easily overcome. This brings us to the will. Basically, this last phase asks the question, what will you do, considering all the available factors? GROW model is more of a coaching system rather than a decision-making strategy, and it's not effective when decisions need to be made quickly. PDSA cycle. This cycle is common amongst most healthcare systems. It's an effective and well-structured strategy. The P in PDSA stands for plan. During planning, you study the available factors that could influence your end goals, assuming you have already set them. These factors will then tell you how best to strategize in order to achieve your desired goals. After which, you move to do. In this stage, you act based on the information you have gathered from planning. Study your results and see how successful you have been. Did your strategy work? Were you able to achieve your desired results, or is there a need to re-strategize? The answer to these questions determine how you will act. You basically have three options in the act phase: continue with the plan, adjust the plan, terminate the plan. Remember, a real decision is measured by the fact that you have taken a new action. If there is no action, you haven't truly decided. Tony Robbins. Did you know? No decision-making frame of reference is complete without action. You must back all your decisions with actions if you are going to see results. Business owners should leverage SWOT analysis to make better business decisions. Be careful when you are making business decisions. Sometimes business decisions will cost you market share. If that happens, it may take you years of labor and huge amounts of money to regain positions occupied by your competitors. Sadly, some businesses never recover from their mistakes. Take the time to analyze major decisions before making them. Every business decision involves both external and internal factors. Critically considering these two are the key to success. SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This works best when individuals within the organization are allowed to provide individual organic contributions to the process, against when done with abstract data. Let us use the practical example to illustrate this analysis. If you own a clothing line that averages $100,000 in annual sales, and you want to double that number in the coming year, your SWOT analysis could look like this. Strengths. These are the internal factors that will make you reach your goals faster. Example of our clothing line could be that you have a competitive edge that makes you stand out in the market, or your products are of high quality, they last long and are very affordable. Weaknesses. Internal factors that would frustrate your goals. Outlining them will give you fresh insights on how to overcome them. For example, one of your most competent staff just resigned because she has health issues. You are hugely indebted. Opportunities. These are external factors that could help you reach your goal. Example, someone is willing to invest in your clothing line. Your state just announced last month that the coming year is tax-free for all SMEs. Threats. External factors that could stop you from reaching your goals. Example, a major competitor is thinking of expanding their clothing line to your zone. The transportation cost is incredibly high, making it hard for you to deliver products to the customers who order online. SWOT analysis only works well when done comprehensively, so that take your time and really analyze the individual factors. SWOT analysis was developed by Albert Humphrey in the 1960s. How PEST analysis helps you identify the external factors affecting your business. The SWOT analysis basically considers internal factors and a few external factors, but PEST analysis is about those external factors that you can't control, but which can cripple your business if you don't consider and navigate your way through them. So what are these external factors? PEST stands for Political, Economic, Social, and Technological Analysis. If you conduct your PEST analysis properly, you will be positioning your business for success. Let's delve deeper into each of the four categories. Political factors. These are all the political factors that could either help you or stop you from achieving your business goals. Examples are government regulations, political stability, employment, and environment laws. Economic factors, examples include taxation, inflation, deflation, and the general state of the economy. Social factors, examples are customer loyalty, demographics, culture, and media. Technological factors, this is the last on the list. Common technological factors that affect businesses are artificial intelligence and innovation. The reason PEST analysis is most important, especially for large organizations, is that it helps you to identify the risk factors that could affect your business, thereby better positioning you for effective decision making. Action. If you are a major decision maker in your organization, take some time out alone or with your team and really analyze the state of your organization in the light of all the PEST factors. Did you know that other models under PEST include PESTEL, adding legal and environmental factors? The second one would be STEEP, adding ethical factors. The third would be STEEP LED, adding ethical, environmental, demographic, and legal factors. A strategic tool for competition and profitability analysis. In business, many of your decisions will be influenced by the nature of the market or industry you are in. For example, Apple and Samsung are big competitors in the mobile tech space. Samsung's Galaxy and Note series is accountable for most of the drop in iPhone sales over the years. As a result of this competition, both companies are careful when making manufacturing decisions. Otherwise, one of the two will easily lose the market share to each other. But not all industries are that competitive. That's why you need to know your own industry. Do you understand your industry? How competitive and profitable it is? Having a genuine answer to this question will help you make wise decisions. And there is a tool to aid you. It's a strategy called the Porter's 5 Forces, named after its developer. Conducting regular situation analysis is the best way to keep up with the ever-changing trends in your industry. The 5 forces Porter believed to be the indicators of industry profitability are listed below. 1. Degree of competitive rivalry. The more competition in an industry, the less profitable it becomes. And the less competition, the higher the chances of raking high profits. Competition indicators to watch out for include innovation, industry transparency, and market concentration. Second, threats to new entrants. How easy is it for a company to enter your industry? Very easy? Then you need to tighten your belt and be smarter, or you will begin to lose market share. Generally, industries with little or no entry barriers are in danger of easily becoming saturated. Third one, threats of substitutes. You will be in high demand if you are not easily replaceable. Are your products or services replaceable? Why should customers buy from you and not from your competition in other industry? You need to sort that out quickly. Fourth one, buyer bargaining power. This is similar to the previous factor. If buyers have multiple options, they will have the power to influence prices. Every business person knows this isn't a good one. Fifth and the final one, supplier bargaining power. Suppliers also influence price when there are plenty of them. The degree of specialization of a supplier and how hard it is to switch suppliers all affect the bargaining power of a supplier. Porter's 5 forces are 1. Degree of competitive rivalry. Second one, threats of new entrants. Third one, threats of substitutes. Fourth one, buyer bargaining power. Fifth one, supplier bargaining power. Generally, the stronger any of the above 5 forces is, the less attractive or profitable the industry is, and the smarter a business will need to be to actually succeed. Action. Take your industry through the lens of these 5 forces and determine how much effort you need to put in to become and or remain relevant in your industry. Finding the root cause of your problem is the key to solving it. And there are 2 complementary techniques that you can use to achieve this. The first is called fishbone analysis. The basic idea behind this technique is to break down the causes of your problems into different categories so as to be focused when deciding on a proper solution. Regular market research and customer outreach will avoid most of the business problems. For example, if you are facing a marketing problem, you could break it down to the following categories: product, price, place, promotion, people, process, physical evidence. The next step is to focus on your thoughts on finding the problem in each category. Do this until you are done and can figure out exactly what your problem is, as well as a good course of action. It's okay if a category leads you to a different category and you didn't know that existed. Just pursue it diligently. But be careful not to fall into the group brainstorming trap. A problem is a chance for you to do your best. Duke Ellington. Define your problems properly using the techniques in the summary before attempting to solve them, as to save yourself from solving the symptom instead of the root cause. In conclusion, when there is a problem to solve, begin by making sure you are comfortable enough to think straight and clear. Then break the problem down into possible root causes. Next, study your internal and external environments to identify the best possible course of action. Your brain is not always your friend in decision-making process. What you should do is to allow your ideas to flow freely. Write them all down during the ideation process, then pick the best ones when you are done thinking. It will save you from cutting the flow of good ideas. Please like and subscribe if you like my work.